All right, Aries. Aries in Cancer season. This season is going to bring you some energy that you've been needing. Some Cardinal energy. But remember, just remember, it's Cancer season. Can't plan too much. Anything I say, don't use against me. All information to work with me one-on-one is below, including the extended to this video, which is where we get more in depth, where we take a deeper look at what is going on in your life in Cancer season. Remember, it's general, but it's in the first link in the description box below. Okay? Cancer season's interesting because for the most part, I've had to shuffle the cards or they just pop out. So yeah. Okay. Here. 7 of Pentacles. You may be deciding what fruit you want to, what fruits you want to take a look at, utilize, eat, provide. You may be taking a look at all that you have. Ooh, that was weird. All you've acquired, all that you're willing to part from, all that you're not willing to part from, decisions that you have to make, yet the timing is now. You're not being necessarily forced into making any decisions, but it's something that's been on your mind for quite some time. Cancer season is now just making it very active for you because of maybe wherever it's placed in some of your charts, but also just taking into account that this means there's something fundamentally from the foundation that you're maybe letting go of, or realizing that it's really not, this part of you has been itching. Is like, if you don't, this Ace of Cups is like, hey, I'm here. I wanna, there's so much more, and then yet there's this part of you that feels maybe like you can't receive it or don't have the space to receive it, but you do, and it will naturally wash away if you just allow it. Like Cancer season, like I said, like you can't plan for too much. If you just like naturally allow it to just wash the slate clean, you'll notice how easy that is, how easy it is that you don't have to pull all of the weight. There could be this thing that's just maybe within you that you can't move past, but it's clear that you've been working on it. So the 7 to the 8, it's clear that you've been still working, but maybe the work isn't necessarily outside yourself. So he is outside of himself working, of course, but if you really take a look at it, he's not looking around. He's not wondering if anyone's looking at his work. He's just in it. He's in the experience of being an artist. He's in the experience of being a human. He's in the experience of life. And not that you're not doing that. That's not it at all. That's what you are doing. And that's where you're going towards. You have the strength to do everything you've set out to do, and now you have the chance. The timing is here. The abundance is here. And you are maybe needing to pick your head up a little bit. Gemini season perhaps revealed that you may owe yourself some fun. You may owe yourself some fun, or you may have been waiting to take this risk. And this season is, of course, many things, and risky is one of them. And this is maybe a good time for you to take a risk. And not that it needs to be justified, but it's fairly explained. It's fairly understandable. It's just how you go about it, right? There's something about needing to communicate some things here as well. very much about communication, very much about, needing to recognize that sometimes certain times in life call for certain conversations to be had or to be put out there. Some things need to be said, and you are wanting to have those conversations. Perhaps you may want to, have that experience and the freedom within yourself to not wait for the other person, right? Not also forcefully apply your opinion. It's more just about, this is what life is for you right now, and can someone else compromise? Can someone else understand? Can you vocalize needs that are important to you as you move forward into this part of your life to the people in your life? And that's where maybe we have Leo right at the bottom here. The Venus retrograde in Leo is maybe having you take a look at your relationships in this way, because there's so much happening, but there's still this maybe hesitation on your end. It's like this, but you're an Aries, why don't you want to allow this? And it's maybe Cancer season just having so much pull on like the mystery, the confusion. Like, you can be happy and excited, but it's also like weird and emo and I'm not really sure. But I think a lot of you have been patient. You have been maybe even practicing some kind of faith or spirituality based ritual in your life, and you're unafraid, but also don't really have the choice in what's about to change. We'll use the moon card too. The sun and the moon, it's like night and day, going from the moon to then the sun. And there is some confusion, maybe even be blinded by certain aspects of these times, by what this energy can bring out in people. But again, just like night and day, every person, place, every person has their moment. Every moment has their situation. Every person has these different experiences in life. And what you can remember is that if you are connecting more into a higher power of faith, and we have talked about that, especially in your readings, especially as the nodes are shifting into your sign, that there is this greater experience that you feel in your life, that, it's a very personal thing. It's a very like, okay, you're preparing for night and day and whatever comes in between. And that's not easy to be prepared for, right, Aries? You're an instinctual character. And I think this one right here, whether it's moving on from a person, a situation, everything has its timing, everything has its place, or growing in that experience, a part of you still is feeling your feelings. It's like, damn, this is a change. This is something that I'm in control of, but at the same time not, because this is growing, so I need to grow with it, or move on, right? And it's like this next step in this next adventure, this next commitment, this next understanding. And then there could be legal things that are binding something, that are stopping something, or allowing something to move forward. But I think for the most part, it's just there's some things that you've been owed. And you're being given what you're owed through maybe communicative experiences and these connections, maybe a deeper connection with a Gemini or a Libra, or both. Maybe this Leo as well. This deeper understanding of who you are and where you come from, and why that it's important this month for you and maybe asking yourself that. And it's maybe something that you've been curious about for a while, and now it's just time, because Cancer season's the best time to explore anything that you've been holding off to explore, because there's such a curiosity and a mystery that, like, anything like weird or taboo or historical, or being more interested in human psychology, just anything, documentaries, it's all that. Like, it's a great time to learn, because just everything is just out there, and it's a great time to mold and shape. So if that's what you're looking for, this season will be helpful for it. And again, like night and day, things will change and you'll be okay. Didn't mean to rhyme, but I hope you liked it. We'll see you next month, Aries.